안녕하세요, minasan. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sarangbi, and I hope you're having a great day or great evening or whenever you're watching this video. Well, what are we talking about today? Looks like Nick Cannon kind of stepped in it. I don't know if he was necessarily anti-Semitic. I mean, he said a lot of from what I heard, there was just a lot of things that he said that a lot of people did not take kindly to, and really and truly, Nick. I mean, Nick is Nick. He has always been doing that, and um, we cannot, in a lot of ways, excuse people for some of the things that they say. I don't. I don't. I really. It's really hard to say anything about it because number one, you don't want to give permission to people to call people savages or that tell to say certain things about being in the secret banks or all of this back room stuff because number one, they really are thinking about the Holocaust and how when Nazi Germany and all that happened with the Holocaust and how Jews were portrayed. But that brings me back to black people and how a lot of times certain people do portray black people in a negative light, even though we've had certain issues in our past that Jim Crow laws, lynchings, and all of that, we've had that in our past, and now we're dealing with this right now. And it seems like a lot of times when black people try to say, hey, we are triggered we are triggered by some things that are happening today because of things that happened in our past. We are triggered when we are seeing young men and young women killed by people who are meant to protect and serve. We are triggered because of these things. And people say, oh, you're overreacting. Or they'll say, oh, what about black on black crime? Or what about this? They're always deflecting when we are saying, hey, this is why we're saying Black Lives Matter, because the things that we're seeing, the things that are happening, and we're seeing them in real time, we are triggered by those things. We are triggered, and so we want something to happen. So people want to talk about, oh, why are they looting, or why are they doing certain things when, we are saying we're triggered. We want something to happen. We want people to pay attention to this. And so I can understand why, the Jewish community was upset with Nick Cannon because they feel like that he was saying certain words to put them in a bad light. He was saying certain things that were going to make it seem like they were, they were some kind of, quote unquote savages, or they were into shady dealings or something like that. I can't speak on that because I don't know enough about all of that to even speak on it. But I can say this: when black people and I know we do have support of a lot of the Jewish community. We do have the support of a lot of Jewish communities, but I know that there are some people who tend to say that we're overreacting, or that we don't do enough, or we sometimes we bring our problems on ourselves. Again, going back on what so-called quote unquote black on black crime or something like that, which is not a thing. Black on black crime is not a thing. Poor on poor crime is a thing. So wherever you are, if there's poor people and they're in desperate situations, you're going to be in a high crime situation. So if people are hungry and they feel like the only way they can get what they need is to take it from somebody else, then you're going to have a poor on poor situation. You go into poor white neighborhoods, poor on poor whites, steal and kill and hurt poor on other whites, other Asians. We've heard this before. So I really I agree with the fact that Nick should have been punished in some way. I don't know if losing his shows were definitely the way to do that. I understand that, some people, the Jewish community was triggered. I get that. I get it. I absolutely get it, because I get how black people are triggered. We see things that happen in front of us and we're triggered. We hear things that people say about us and that we're triggered. So, people are asking, why are we so emotional, or why do we get so upset, or why do we react in certain ways? Because we're triggered. Cancel culture sometimes I think goes, way to the left. I mean, cancel culture goes way to the left. But I understand why people would want to sometimes just say, hey, that's not acceptable, and want to do something about it. Well, again, I do not believe that Nick should have said the things that he said about people. I don't think that he should have worded it in the way that he worded it. A lot of times I heard on one particular podcast is that they think that that he heard it somewhere or read it somewhere and started regurgitating certain ideas. I don't know if that's true. I can't speak to that at all, because I don't know Nick Cannon. I don't know if he did that. I don't know if he read the books. I don't know if he had these things. I mean, he may have even said it somewhere, but I don't know that for sure. But what I do know is that we have to get to the point to where we can at least talk to one another. I mean, it's so bad that if you make a mistake or if you say the wrong words, that you're canceled before you even have a chance to do anything about it. And it's just I really am just wondering about this whole cancel culture. I mean, I can't excuse what he said. I really can't. I can't excuse what Nick said. I can't make any excuse for that. But also, I can't say that everyone in our society, they're all, we all are guilty of saying something that triggers someone. I don't want to see someone lose their job or their livelihood because someone was triggered. I do want to give people a chance to redeem themselves instead of just going out and automatically canceling them. I really think we need to rethink a lot of those things. Cancel culture is and really and truly, you never really cancel someone. I mean, because really, Nick will probably go off, and even if he doesn't get wilding out, he will, Diddy is already saying, come on over to Revolt. Most likely, if Oprah, reaches out to her, I know she's friends with everybody, but you know what, she might be able to put him on her own. She has her own channel. See, this is why we as a people need to look at having our own. So when things like this happen, we don't have to leave our brothers and sisters out there with no recourse. I know that this is kind of, all of this stuff of today is just kind of a lot is coming at us so fast. It's so hard to even take a minute to breathe, because a lot of it is coming at us and a lot of it is just happening and a lot of it is just going on, and we don't have time to really just stop and be like, okay, let's just deal with this one thing and then go to the next thing. No, I mean, from that dude at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to everybody else in our government, to people just saying crazy things online because they feel like they can. I mean, we've got to, take a step back. I mean, it's like, again, we can't be in an echo chamber. We can't hear people who are just saying, "Oh yeah, that's right, man. That's right. You should say that." We have to have people around us and be like, I don't know if that's necessarily a right thing to say. We talk about people in boardrooms who are all one color, and they don't even think about, when they put out these advertisements, how it'll look to people who don't look like them. So when we're in an echo chamber of people who only look like us and don't have the input of other people, of other like other Jewish people, other Asian people, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that you just have to be, but I am saying this. We've got to be smarter about what we're doing. We've got to be smarter because when we're online, that stuff is forever. When you say this stuff, that stuff is forever. You will, anybody out there can find whatever you do way back. I mean, what they did to Kevin Hart or what they did to any star who may have said something back in the, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, they will dig it up, bring it out and say, "Hey, answer for this," and not giving you a chance to say, "Okay, well, I've changed as a person," or, I don't have those beliefs anymore. It's just cancel culture is really a harsh taskmaster because number one, what you have to think is that what you deal out to people will eventually be dealt to you. You say the wrong thing, you slip up, and then all of a sudden, you've got the whole of society turning on you with all of their venom, all of their anxiety and all of their hatred. People are looking for people to attack. They're looking, they're waiting for blood in the water. And so if you happen to be that blood, and Nick right now is that blood in the water. He's that hurt wildebeest that got separated from the pack, and now he's surrounded by all the jackals. So, I don't know what Nick Cannon's going to do. Most likely he's going to, just create a new show. He's going to be on Revolt, creating a new show and going on with life. I don't worry that he's going to not make money. He's probably going to continue to make money, go on and just do bigger and better things. But I do think that as cancel culture goes, I don't believe that it works. Because, I've seen people get canceled and I've seen them come right back. They were gone for like a month and then they come right back, or they show up on a new platform, or they underneath a new name. I mean, even, Doja Cat, that everybody said she was canceled, but she's right back. She came out with a new song not too long ago. So I really don't understand what cancel culture is, because you don't really cancel anyone. You just kind of make things uncomfortable for them for a while. People have to come back and apologize, and then they're back to what they were doing before. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's how things work. I guess that's life in the big city. That's life in the big city. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you got this far in the video, thanks for watching. Please like and share. And hopefully we will see you next time. And I'll be here to rant about something else. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.